He was running the ball just as much. What he said? What are you talking about, bro?
Hey yo, Nike check. I done made it by the million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. On my wrist, going stupid. Tryna put
Me neither.
but they never do it. They like, hold on, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I'm getting to the big guap. Keep it rocking my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stuff. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Baggy. I done made it by the million and I'm only 19. I see water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All the ball on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. Shoes, lucky stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag in right every day. Don't tell me super fast, I can't honestly. Got a new Presto, and the things in the way. Got a new Chris Ross, but it don't take time. I pull up in the office, stuff too hot. And they wanna play ball, hit a three-point shot. Well, this my court, got a block on lock. I done made it by the million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All the ball on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Like don't make sense to really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken. That tasty finger licking chicken. I mean I'm getting to the big guap. Keep it rocking my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey yo, Nike checks.
Are you jealous? What he said with myself. Bro, don't talk about your left hand like that. So? What are you talking about, bro? Listen to how you sound.
That's what happens when you have someone as your bitch.
Shut the fuck up. You talking like you hard as fuck. You ain't shit, boy. No, you won't. You beat the fuck out of yourself. I'm just sitting here. You're the one coming at me because I have a Madden game. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I am. Who's got the better record, though? What'd he say? Don't know. Never been one. I'm pretty aware of what I said. Do I need to repeat it? Let me get him. I said, let me get him. You're the one who started it, you little bitch.
We are in a sweet spot as far as football weather is concerned today in Nashville. Just enough chill in the air for a sweatshirt, light breeze, fall in full swing at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a handoff for Lindsay. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3 and out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
At their own 29-yard line.
This a quick pass to Davis. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To Corey Davis.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
He was brought down by...
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
No pressure.
Give him 7 on the play.
Never.
And that's going to make it
Never
3rd down and less than a yard. This
I
drive,
have
it's been a
Von
good
Miller.
mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And
why was Danny Trevathan
there as his guys will get the football back. At their own. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He gets pressure.
Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't fucking get it, man. First play can't even get time to throw a fucking normal-ass pass.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Ball carrier.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
A gain of 7.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
To Jimmy Graham.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They fake the give. Now Wentz. They'll roll him out right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
Whatever.
It's gonna be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Wins to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
And, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago!
Darnell Mooney.
Darnell Mooney, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and
He
forth a
has
little bit in the first
touchdown,
quarter.
bro. You act like he's been tearing up. You act like he's been tearing up the league. Now he has a shot.
You're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two.
He will
be watching that one later on
if he
today.
develops correctly.
And a fair catch signal for and taken successfully.
Yes, but he doesn't have any targets as everybody else.
At their own 25-yard line.
I understand. He will be good, yes.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
So here's the thing. You're not going to raise your fucking voice.
I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. You're right there with me.
This is out quickly to the right, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
It's really quite fun.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over.
Bro, why would you speak that into existence and come with that energy? Have some
the Bears
fucking faith,
offense
bro.
ready to go for their next drive.
No,
It's
because
only
you wouldn't.
November, but the playoffs, we know how it works.
But yet you're still talking
If it
about it like
ended
it's gonna
today,
happen.
they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On play action, it's Wentz. It's complete. It's Miller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Yeah,
give him
I think once they got that was a big play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Nah, they're deflated, bro. They ain't going to win.
2 yards.
They're not going to win many games.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made
The
by the
Falcons.
defensive front.
This dude just comes out of nowhere.
If they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The ball carrier.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was,
What's he saying?
handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Quick throw out wide by Wentz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Gain of 14.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Just depends on.
Wentz now on first down. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And it's second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now Wentz on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Everybody thought they were going to
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Is good.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result,
Without
3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays.
Without Devontae Adams last game
I
against
get
the
that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends
Bro, Lazard?
later with another 9-play
Well, it's not
drive.
even Lazard, it's Aaron
Get a
Rodgers.
touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Pressure, and he's taken down.
Oh my God, a sack.
Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Here's third and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
31-yard line.
Tell them the Lions just beat the fucking Cardinals.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he completes it to Cohen. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
He
moment.
jumped that, bro. Get out of here.
Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans were able to make this a close game again. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with Pitt.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? The quarterback gets hit.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Flushed out right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Now a play fake. Wentz escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
No, bro, I don't feel bad.
And it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And down inside. inside the 15 he goes. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Down Bears.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Wentz.
He made that play. Get out of here.
Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Wentz's pass intercepted. The Titans take over 1st and 10.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Henry.
He'll get 3
up to midfield.
Derrick Henry.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Running from the gun with Henry. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Of course you're going to take your own team. You always take your own. I'm never going to not like the Bears. You're not a true fan? No.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who
Buddy
wonder,
came in with that smoked out visor,
practice each and every day, the best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Like, where are the holes for me?
This will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
On play action, Wentz. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just
26 to 10.
Breakdowns along the way, that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
Come on, they can just keep fucking doing that.
However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now.
We shouldn't be 3-0 right now, but we are.
Right at the 40. Wentz now to throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete.
Oh my God! Look at this play, Troy.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
This shit was great.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point.
I know Berg's hot off that.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Bears 17, Titans 7. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's
After this game, are we
Pinheiro to
gonna
kick
do
it
some
off.
trios?
Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out wide to Humphries. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I
What did he say that he did?
When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
And now running right through him. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick.
Let's go.
And he'll go
Von
down.
Miller.
The Bears get there for the sack. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Come on, bro. Don't.
And bulldozing his way through. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over
even made the
1st and 10.
He's really bad. He is bad.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz.
He threw it right
Wentz
to
is
that
intercepted yet again.
Why are they making Wentz do this? He did this in the Saints game. I clicked circle, and he threw it literally to the Titans guy.
That's now a second interception in as many weeks
no
from his
pressure
linebacker
either.
position.
And
No
think
pressure.
about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes.
And then Derrick Henry just gets these wide open.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Touchdown, Titans.
I'm done with this game. It's so ass. They're going to make Carson win. And he has these wide open holes every fucking run play. I never.
What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little
They're
full
going to make
of
Carson win
position.
with no pressure throw that terrible ball up the ball 5 yards away.
You lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes
so done
naturally
with this
gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they work this well
so many picks. Like Carson was playing great for me. And then all of a sudden these last 2 games, they all of a sudden just make him start throwing these terrible ass throws.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for this is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Bears 24, Titans 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone.
Dang, bro, he just told you could have force.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry.
You always get that unlucky.
When you say
It's always you.
You're thinking
always.
about Derrick Henry.
Every
Won
man.
the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. He gets it to Humphries. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 4.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. To throw is Kaepernick. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, Kaepernick. It's caught.
Throwing it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
Why am I running every play? I'm stacking the box.
11 yards
Stacking the box against me. I get 0
I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
To put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Another run by Lindsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Quick pass out to Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 20. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. This one caught by Davis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and 10.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And a good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
It's caught by Davis. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brings up second and
to throw. It's Kaepernick.
37-yard line.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's 3rd and short. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was a type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Bears.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
A 3-yard.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The middle.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Are you guys ready for some
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. being chased out left.
No, why do they do that? Why do they make me do that?
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot.
Why
And
don't
that
they
time
slide,
he was loose
bro?
with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said.
double
Not
tap
that
square?
elusive, not going to get into
I
the
thought
open
it's just
field
L2
very
and
often.
square.
Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Kaepernick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So many turnovers these last 2 games, man. It's such bullshit.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. He finds his man Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll look to throw. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Chicago, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the